CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity. CMC core values. CMC Global. It is a new day for Liberia. It is a new day for the people. Let's hold together. Let's hold together. It's a unity. Raise up a hand. CMC. The land of liberty, the land of freedom, the love of liberty brought us together. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, CMC, yes, for the people. CMC, yes, by the people. Let's hold together in peace and unity to build a better Liberia. CMC, yes, 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 the time has come.
Yeah.
CMC.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. This is the time. The time has come.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes. You need to join the movement.
Yes.
Now.
Let's join the movement for change.
Yes.
Yes. Change is no joke. It's not an easy road to take. It's not an easy journey to be on, but change is possible, and that's why we take the journey. Regardless of what we go through on the road, regardless if our car broke down, we needed gas, regardless if we have to stop to the gas station and get some snacks, the change must come, and then we will have to continue on the journey until we get there. Liberia must be delivered, and we must deliver Liberia from these hijackers and these vampires. My name is Noah. I am a CNCmer, and I'm here tonight on the platform of CMC, the Political Launch, and we are here to propagate and to give you information actually on CMC or joining a beautiful agenda that we have, for Liberia. And we also here to talk about social issues, political issues, moral issues concerning Liberia, our little small country that is 178 years old and is still lacking a lot of things. And it's way behind the line of countries that are way behind the line. So brace yourself, share the show, get ready. We are on True FM in Liberia, and we are also on Facebook and YouTube. I was impressed, Doc. I saw a lot of people, one or two people are watching us on YouTube. I swear I thought it was only 2 or 3 people, and when I went to see, more people were watching than that. So I want to welcome you, and you can do your opening statement before.
Yes, my name is Dr. Franciane Chenoweth Richardson, and I'm the Global Chair for Citizens Movement for Change, commonly known as and popularly known as CMC. So I want to take this time to ask you to please share the show if you are watching, or if you by radio, if you are listening by radio, call a friend, tell them to listen as well. As Madam Grace said to you, this change that we want may not be easy, okay? But we're going to walk this walk and talk the talk to make Liberia a better place. I also want to take this time to publicly thank you, Madam Grace Goa. Um, and I wanted to speak about female leadership. And also thank you, Alison and Henry, for just coming in. You know, um, as a female, many times our voices are not heard because we come from a different position of privilege. If you are male, many times born in this country, your voice is a custom, your demeanor is a custom because this is what the world knows. It may not be your fault. And so we who are of the female gender, many times we have to speak in a different way or speak for our voices to be heard. And I want to thank you, Madam Grace Goa, for always having an uh, a listening ear. Okay, always giving me feedback. And many times, a lot of men and a lot of people, even women who are have internalized sexism. Okay, uh, they don't believe in women leadership. They look for the left shoe to drop. But I'm coming to you to say there is a reason why women should be in leadership. We Statistics and research have shown that men, they maintain their relationship with each other by task building. They're good. They will do things together, like let's go hang out to the club together, let's go fishing together, whereby women maintain their relationship with each other by communication. So we know that there are at least some correlations and some striking differences in those two. And so today, Miss Grace and I communicate regularly. Some people might not understand why, but the reason is she understands where I come from. We argue sometimes about issues. We don't agree on everything, which is good for me. It's very good for her. I'm sure it's very good as well. But we hear each other out, and we get back to what is the goal of what we're doing. What's our agenda today? Okay. What does CMC Constitution say? What is CMC vision and what is CMC mission? That's what we stick to. So today I want to tell you publicly, thank you for having a listening ear. Thank you for being a sister. Um, Thank you for just being there and, you know, hearing me out.
You are very welcome, Dr. Francine Chinaway Richardson. You are very welcome, and that's what leadership is about. People don't understand that. People get in leadership together. They expect you to butt heads and be enemies, but we don't do that. We butt heads a lot, but we are not enemies. And because of the leadership that is in us, that's why we just get back to where we are in seconds. We're all remembering that we just had a argument that one thing should happen and somebody else feel the other thing to happen. That's what they call leadership. And then the next thing that makes it so strong and the bond so strong is the love for country.
Correct.
We are very convicted that we want Liberia to be a better place. And because of that, we don't see any other hurdle at all, because the main focus is how we can get Liberia to be a better place, working under the banner of CMC. And that's what we focus on more. So that's why we don't see nothing that is supposed to be in the eyes of others a little hill and a little fall, because this is not what it's about. It's about how can we be successful in getting Liberia to be a better place, and how can we do it together, because no man is an island. We need one another, and that's what leadership entails. And people, women, to me, are born leaders. Have you wondered how God in the Bible just put men to sleep before He created women? They would not stand to see the kind of attributes that God is going to put within us So God allowed them to sleep because it was going to be too heavy.
Yeah.
That's why,
You got me thinking.
yeah, that's why we are women, and it doesn't take anything away from the men because we are a helpmate to them, a help meet. It's not even saying mate, they say she will become your help meet. So you will meet her at a certain place and you will work together. So and people have to understand that. That's why I think Honorable Billy is a very, very wise man. Wise man. He sat down and he thought very well before he was able to actually wanting to create this, he is the vision bearer actually of CMC, and he thought very wisely before he came to the forefront to want to do this. And he knew that were going to be most of the leadership in within this institution. And I don't think he strategized it too much like that, but it just happened because when we went online, to do this first meeting, we were voting in, we were voted into these positions, and we were actually appointed and people agreed to it. So it was a kind of voting, and it was masterminded this way. That's why I always tell you, God is in this story. Yeah, he knows exactly what's going on. And CMC will deliver Liberia.
Yeah.
Liberia is in bondage. CMC will deliver Liberia. But I want to welcome Ansu and Henry in the studio, sitting now in a state of the art studio in Liberia. They are relaxed. I want them to come in and just say something, introduce themselves. The studio look nice. I can't wait to sit in that studio. I don't know why they should enjoy the studio before we come there, but I mean they work there, so that's their blessing. Everybody got their own blessing, I guess. So that's their blessings.
Like our own area.
Yeah, their blessing in disguise. But welcome, Ansu and Henry. How you guys doing in Monrovia tonight?
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much, Madam Grace. We say hello to you too, and hands up to Dr. Richardson. Good to be here. After our uh, good to be here again. And yesterday we were unfortunate due to a political leader, on another sister program. So we have to give up the time. But good to be here today. So we are here for now up to 1:30 Liberian time, here to talk Liberian poor issue. As I said, training issues indeed, things that are affecting our country. We discuss around this platform. So wonderful, great, and we are 40 people and ready for now up to 1:30.
Thank you so much. In fact, I wanted to share quickly. If you on here, share the show. If you're watching from outside, get inside and let's communicate. We have, one of our people in the studio actually answer to comments and engage you guys a little bit. But I wanted to share this great news here tonight. So as of today, this is the days the November 16th, CMC has 29,080 members plus has registered
29,000.
Yes.
Sounds
29,000 plus members has
sounds
registered with
music.
CMC. Go ahead.
It sounds like music to my ears. The fastest growing political party. We are also bringing a message to Liberians, and I'm just happy to hear that news, Madam Bois. So happy.
Yeah. And this is the website here. If you watching, you can see us. Yeah, this is the website. You see right here, it says become a member. And right here on the green bordered line, you will see the members here, 29,080 plus members already joined CMC. As of today, we are the fastest growing political party in the history of Liberia. I don't care what anybody says, it's the truth. And we are more people are coming on. When people think that we have bad publicity, that's when more people even join the party. Our political leader, Musa Hassan Pelete, the esteemed man, his business is being under attack for the last few days, or we already knew these things were going to happen. We heard it all the way from the beginning of CMC formation. One of the top people of the government or family friend already told us they were coming after Honorable Pelete his business. And we heard that news ever since. And so we knew it was coming. We know that the government of Liberia are not doing, they're not doing their jobs. So they're finding a way to silence people who are, people who actually genuinely love Liberia and wants the better for the country, also want Liberia to be a better place. But Bility is one of the Liberian men that has done a lot of work in Liberia. Even before he became a politician, this man helped a whole lot in the country, the place that he lives. Then he became the sitting representative of District 7, and District 7 doesn't look like District 7 anymore. There's a lady who joined us just because she went to Nima, and when she was passing through District 7, she said when she saw the place, she was asking the motorbike driver that, wow, how the place looking very, very, different. And I see lights, I see this and that and the other, and the man told her that they call this man Musa Hassan Bility. He the one doing all the work for his people. He did some work in Kanta. They posted explaining, and she came back to America, and today she's a member of CMC. For you to see a person that loved the country this much, although we have other politicians that have been in positions in Liberia for over 18 years, if you go to the country right now, you can't even see nothing. Liberian men say they do nothing there. Grand Basso, you go to Sano, they've been in Bon County, you go there, they are living luxurious lives, driving in on big cars, got a whole convoy, they travel like they are presidents. In this country, they represented them. They don't even have a convoy. In the America is the richest country on earth. And so far, I don't know as of today, but that's the truth. And our representatives and senators do not have a convoy. Even the governors don't really have a convoy. They have a car and maybe one car behind them. But in Liberia, the poorest, one of the poorest country in the world, the 8th ranking poorest country in the world, the 2nd ranking hungriest country in West Africa, the senators and representatives and government officials, they ride in a convoy with 15 cars. Sometimes they have 6 cars behind them. Those cars, when you put them together, they're worth over $800,000, some of them, $600,000. But they got people in Liberia cannot afford to buy bread in the money to eat. So then you know that something is wrong. But for you to see a certain representative who has not even stayed in his position for even just 2 years, he shot at 2 years, he will be 2 years soon, and he has done so much for his people, and he's a businessman, and his business came about very fairly through the business regulations of Liberia. They set the regulations and the laws, and he went by it, like a Liberian citizen, but his business being attacked now because they are afraid that he is helping a lot of Liberians and he's helping a lot of areas. He's doing a lot of work for the people, clearing the roads so the people can be stuck in the mud and making sure they got schools built in the areas for the children to attend. That never happened since even after the war or before that. So they are kind of mad because they don't want that to happen. So they go after his business to destroy it. And we Liberians are saying, just because you are doing that, we're going to sit behind this man. We're going to do everything. If we have to raise money, thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars just to support him, we'll do that. Because we know that the day that he sits in power at the head of this country, Liberia would be a better place. It would be a very developed country. Even as an individual and a city representative, he can do all the things that he's doing. The day he become president, you know what he will do for Liberia. Liberia will be developed. Then we won't have to be ashamed anymore that when we go to other countries and see it well developed, we won't have to be embarrassed and start imagining, I wish the airport could look at it. I wish Liberia could have the airport. And I wish the bridge could be built in Liberia. I wish we had an overhead. We'll not be thinking all of that because it would be there. Because a real, true patriot, like Musa Hassan Bility, who loved the country, as you can see right now, will be able to lead us to that path. And that's why we are here. We want to thank everybody who joined CMC. Come and join us. As of today, we are 29,000 and change members. Come and join this movement so we can change Liberia. It's been 20 years. Nothing has been done in the country. The people are still stuck in the mud. The people can still find food to eat. They are dropping the U.S. rate of planes. Our people are confused because when they change their money, it doesn't work anymore because they did not strategize on how to do all these things, and they just come in and properly just sink all these things even like Ripple. Just you happy, rest prices should go down, and the businesses suffer because of that, because they want to show off something that they don't know how to do. Because for you to do those things, it has to be a whole plan, strategized for months before you can do it for everybody to benefit as Liberians, the business people and the regular citizens. So, I mean, we are here and we'll continue to push CMC agenda. So join with us and come and be a part of CMC. We are always happy to welcome you. Ask everybody who come on board. We are a very happy group of people. You know, we do what we're supposed to do. And lucky for us, our program is coming up on the 28th of this month. And hope if you people can come to Philadelphia to come and dine with us. Our political leader will be here. He's going to be in the building, and we all will be there and talking on how best we can strategize together to make Liberia a better place. That you can come in. I could be talking all day.
First of all, I want to let people know that we have a dance challenge going on. Madam Grace Gua has challenged me, okay, moi, okay, to the dance competition relating to the song that was sang for that was written and sang for Mr. Ability, our political leader. So I'm working on it. I don't have the same moves.
Oh, that our program is the 27, right? I went and said the 28, the CMC put jumping down my throat. Grace says the 27. We're not finished buying our suit, then you can't normally 20.
No,
it's September 27, please. September 27.
Yes.
But so, why are you talking to me? Put a flyer up. Sorry, where?
Yeah, okay. I'm working on my dance moves. I made a
you practice.
I'm practicing because your own dance moves are just too correct. Okay, I share with Abraham. He's like, no, you better work on that. You want to move one foot. So we're having fun. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. So we are having fun with strategizing how to transform our country. So in so doing, I want to also say a very, very special thanks to the Grand Cheetah Association. They actually invited us to their convention in the United States this past weekend. Unfortunately, I couldn't attend, but Mr. Nangwe was deputized to attend the convention representing CMC, and feedback from him said that he was afforded so many courtesy and it was a wonderful time. So just to let you know, we are getting invitation to meet other people are joining. We'll be telling you people who are joining. If you listening up on the social media, you can see appointments are being made to people who are joining CMC. So we just want to just thank everybody, for your interest, for your commitment to wanting to change Liberia. And I wanted to just add one more thing to what Madam Grace was speaking about. I want us to just think about Liberia shortly after the war. Okay. I want to thank Honorable Billy, Mr. Billy, our political leader. We didn't even have tanks to store petroleum. It took him and some other Liberians to think about our country and say, we are going to at least build a tanker. And they went out and put their name on the line. You know what it's like to get a credit, at least international credit, and to build international tanks, storage tank for us to store our petroleum. You can remember there was a time where we constantly, frequently had shortage of petroleum in the country, shortage of gas in the country. We still have that, but at a decreased, decreased frequency now. And it's because Mr. Political leader Hassan Bility and others, Musa Hassan Bility and others, got together and tried to solve that problem. And he did. He built a state-of-the-art storage tank in Liberia. He did it not only by himself, he consulted with the board of LPRC. I've seen the contract, the board of LPRC. Okay, you don't just jump on. Many of you guys can see Liberia is a place of law. It's a place of rule of law, and he knows that. He respects that, and so it was in consultation, working very closely with the board of LPRC, that he was able to build this storage tank for Liberia, and he was able to work according to the fees that were offered to him. Okay, there have been time in our system where fees were up. People argue for higher fees, lower fees, and stuff like that. So I just want to tell him thank you for having the creativity, the innovation, the courage to go into that sector. Because being in petroleum business, anyone who ever worked in that area, is not an easy thing. You have to be able to have connection outside of Liberia. We don't have our own refinery. We used to have our own refinery, but it got gutted by fire. And after that, it was ran by the Americans, and the Americans pulled out. So tankers come into our country every day, almost every day, with petroleum, and they have to store it in order for the gas people to be able to distribute it to the different business people. And that's how it works. And if we didn't have mobility and others in the sector, in the petroleum sector, which is mostly, Liberian owned, one of the few sectors in our country that is Liberian owned, we were not going to be where we are today. My hope is that, our senators and our representatives put their thinking cap on. They put all the energy into at least trying to get us our own refinery. Let them do that. Okay. Let them put their energy into auditing the legislature, the place where they go to work. There's a lot of money that we can find to be able to support some of the healthcare needs, the education needs, the infrastructure of the country. Let's do that. So I just wanted to add that, Madam Grace Goa, so you can go ahead and put the flyer up.
Okay, so let me just share the flyer quickly with you guys. Our program is coming up, the Pathway to Change, and we are going to be in Philadelphia area on the 27th of this month, introducing CMC to the Philadelphia area Liberian population, and mobility will be in the house. We are having a dinner. You want to come dressed to impress, because there will be red carpet, and we CMC, we don't take dressing lightly. So come dressed to impress, and come and dine with us, and listen to what we have to lay out to you, the vision that we have for the country, and the vision and plans that we have for Liberia, because right now Liberia is at a stagnant stage. Liberia is not really moving forward. People are in denial. They say, people Liberia moving forward, but it's not the truth. Most of the people that will tell you that, it means that they are on maybe payroll. Some of them have contracts, especially here in America. They sit in their homes while you suffer in Liberia. The people in the government getting contracts, and they get paid every month. A check come to them, and they cash it. So they will defend this government to the end. But if you live in Liberia and you know what you are going through, and you know what your children are going through, and you in the country, you can barely afford to live to get your basic life needs, you will know what we are talking about. So come and join us on September 27th at 6 p.m. We'll be at the Clarion Hotel, 76 Industrial Highway in Essington, PA. We'll be there. It's a very beautiful place. The parking is huge. You will have parking. You will be escorted within the building. People will be there. It's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. The ballroom we have is very beautiful. We talk about CMC. You will ask our political leaders a kind of little bit of town hall. He will take questions, and then we will dance, and we'll have dinner together. All this is free. All we ask you is come with some money so you can donate to CMC, to help us with our different projects, especially the CMC USA. So we thank you for listening to this. We'll be sharing this every night until the program and there where we are. So come and join us. A lot of people are SVP. I have some 3 of them are SVP today as well. Every day, people are saying that they are coming. It's a good time to just wind and down before we get into the fall, because it's coming get cool. When you guys and then left with you. And one thing about CMC, we have grand programs. We don't talk too much. We do what we have to do, and then we make sure we have fun. We don't go and talk until the whole end of the time. No, we don't do that. Our programs start on time, and we don't take forever. The most time we'll last in the program will be at least 3 hours and a half. We make sure everything is done and we move on. There will be a cash bar so you can have some wine, and if you want to drink some, alcohol to put some heat in your body, you can also do that. That.
Yes, well said. Well said. I'm looking forward to meeting and interacting with many of you. It's going to be a discussion about Liberia. How can we partnership with our brothers, sisters, cousins, family members, friends who are in Liberia? So I'm looking forward to just coming, as Madam Grace rightfully said, it's getting cool out here. So it may be one of our last events for some of you, until the next spring, until spring when it gets warm, because some of us harboring it during it.
Yeah. So when it comes to winter, we usually will go inside and stay there. Although some other activity be going on, you will still try to go there. But I mean, this is a ball for you before the fall kicks in, so you can have some fun. I will play. I will talk and do music with Dark Fatima. I'm waiting for you to come out with your dance. I will let Asuka in to tell us what's going on in Liberia today.
Before you come in, I want to just say, please help me, audience. Okay, help me, CNCers. I want you to be able to do your dance, because Madam Grace Gua, the USA chairperson, is challenging all of us. Okay, although she's challenging me specifically on this show, I want us to pause your talking to. I want you to listen to the music. Get your strokes ready, okay? Because
as far as I'm concerned, I already won this. So if you can beat me, bring it on. I won the dance. The first one started between me and the political leader. I want him in the dance.
Yeah, now who judged them?
the first one people judged and I won.
Okay.
But here's the music here. Yeah, here's the music. So that's
I said together. Yes, together.
Liberia deserves better. We're tired of the lies, tired of the stealing, we're tired of you. Our mothers crying, the people deserve better. The youth's future is fading, too many of them leaving, too many of them dying. They cannot wait any longer. The change they need is now. The change they need is here. Possibility. Talk and do. CMC, CMC, CMC. We talk and do today, not tomorrow. Not waiting for elections. No. Talk and do. The people rejoicing. Talk and do. The drums are beating loudly. Talk and do. Talk and do. CMC, talk and do. We're breaking all the barriers. Change is calling, change is coming. Talk and do. Can you feel it? It's in the air. Can you feel it in the air? Can you feel it in the air? Talk and do. Possibility. Talk and do. CMC, CMC, CMC. We talk and do today, not tomorrow. Not waiting for election. Our time is now. We're doing it now. Liberia deserves better.
Yeah, man.
Azu dancing. Azu say on a video.
Yo, let's put it on a political lounge rumor.
Yeah, you say on a video so we can post it, because a lot of the winner of the team will carry something.
We're tired of the lies.
I gotta move the music will go. The music reviews they retire with the lines until the music set tired with it.
Yeah, so answer you and Henry are in their contest here.
Yeah, we never know somebody will because I know nobody can beat me in the dance. So I dare you. I
Hey,
double dare you.
Mr. Nangwe, say
How much will not? How much will not get in?
No,
Oh,
we
no,
will not say
talking.
nothing until the person win. We say if win.
Man,
Yeah.
stop, bro. Even asking for me to apologize. Come on. Come, let's see your stroke, man. Please. Let's see what you can do.
And
Please.
they already know me. I beat in Lulu. In fact, let me come play my talk and do that before. I beat in Lulu. I can be beat in talk and do
We're
again.
not live to hear the story. We're not live to hear
I
the
beat
story.
in Lulu. I can be beat in talk and do again. Yeah. I can be beat in. Oh, you see my talk and do.
Last
me
one,
check.
Trauma, I beg you. Yeah, come. I ask you, all of you guys. M.A. Kenneth.
You
Yeah,
calling
I
that to
I'm calling for help.
I beg you the photo car. Come play the political.
Videos, give me alone. You gotta be all together.
Oh Lord, I beat in Lulu and I beat in talk and do a music challenge.
Why you beating on Lulu? Let me go get my milk in it, and you can be talking about my milk in it because I won't show that the milk in it.
Okay, I beat it easy. So I want a political leader. Let me play my own talking to. Your thing, your all of your feet. Nobody can beat me. That's why you're in challenge me here because I did my own very well. They're scared of me. I still practicing. Can you imagine? That is still practicing to do the challenge. She going to dancing class and all the women are registered for dance lessons.
Yeah, the woman told me, Chairman, the political leader that we gotta go to this.
Yeah, I gotta register them for dance lessons because they can't even nobody can beat me. I see.
Talking to Musability. Talking to CMC. Talking to today and tomorrow. I'm waiting for
Get ready.
Talking to people rejoicing. Talking to the drums are beating. Talking to CMC. Talking to we're breaking all the barriers. Change is coming. Talking to can you feel it? It's in the air.
Look at this side.
Can you feel it in the air?
Nobody can beat me, man.
Can you feel it in the air? See it talking to Musability. Talking to CMC. Talking to today, not tomorrow. I'm waiting for an election. Our time is now. We talking now. We talking do.
Nobody can make it. I dare you. You see that kind of dance? I never had to go.
Yeah, you're not doing me behind you one day to have about so you better start practicing.
Nobody can make it. They will go to dance class lesson and all they can. I will still be the best on that particular talk.
I'm an old dancer, Madam Chair.
I dare you, Henry. Come
I waited for your video, put for you to put on the thing so the people can talk. I wanted to share my heart still burning. I wanted to share my milk in it.
Oh,
this is what we do.
That give me?
I give you some though. This was made by Madam Grace.
We can see it good.
Yeah.
This milk in there will be on our CFC table on the 27th. We'll have it on the table.
Yes.
And so you seen the milk in it. And so have you ever seen your milk in it like this before? Man, this is integrate. What you don't do with it?
Yes. So this is what's gonna be the snack. Your snack
We
during
will
the
put on the table for people to just chew on at the program. You know,
exactly. Just so
yeah.
you can have like some memories of Liberia, the good old days.
CMC stickers,
CMC,
CMC milking it.
CMC milk candy. So this is what
CMC milking it, yeah.
when you buy her milk candy, just make sure you pay her because she'll be behind you. She'll say you request for her payment. So
Yes.
I'm not giving her any. So she can ask me if I'm needing her. I'll say yes, I'm
I
needing her.
even give you away in New Jersey, in Pennsylvania.
I don't care. Well, but you just ask me for something, I say I'm not giving it to you.
So what is going on in Liberia?
So
So
I'm gonna
you
have
can start playing a little bit.
this too.
Oh yeah, you can announce that. 1 minute.
So we also gonna have this is a suitcase tag. This is gonna be at CMC for you at the program for you to purchase as well. We're selling all of this stuff to make money for the different projects here. So you know how when you travel, all the suitcases can look alike. By you putting this on your suitcase, just wrap it around on the handle. This will be able to help you identify your suitcase. So we have uh, a lot of them in African prints, and you can go copy because we set we're trendsetters here, and
Yeah,
you
we are
guys.
trendsetters. We
So,
the role models.
So but it will now be like CMC. We're gonna have in the middle a CMC sticker here. So come join us, and we look forward to meeting you. I swear I want Eastern candy, but I just gotta wait to cup of time. Start eating it when I do sit here.
Yeah, she should be eating it.
I'll be
She should be eating it all around.
I'll be I forget why I need to sit. So let me put it here.
Oh yeah, and so what is going on in Liberia? A lot of things are happening already today. Yesterday, we were not on the show because it was a courtesy to our political leader. He was on another show, and they're being aired on True FM. So we wanted to give them the chance. Where our political leader is, we have to give him the chance to, be able to do what he has to do, like speak and interact with his friends, and that's what he was doing. So we are here tonight. I know there is the case of the little 14 years old girl that was allegedly raped by a government official. And we are hearing from advocates on social media that they are trying to cover this up. It's been so long. One of the girls who spoke about this, she said that one of the things that struck me when she said, if the gender ministry have to get on a care, it means that this girl was actually raped. How is it that they don't have this government official arrested already? And then for the read up from gender ministry, they said that the man actually requested them to put him on leave. They were not even putting him on leave. They were letting him go to work just or business as usual that he did. He was not accused of anything. So this case is taking too long. It means that fishy hands are in it. They're trying to twist things around. And that is bad. We don't want that. We experienced that with the last government. There was a lot of rape cases going on in that country the last 6 years. And a lot of them we fought and nothing came out of it. There was a 6 years old girl who was raped too by a government official. And until today, she did not get justice. I have no hope in this case. I don't trust these two leadership, UP and CDC. I would not trust them for Liberia. They are not real leaders. They don't love the country. When wrong is wrong, is wrong. You cannot turn a wrong into a right because of political affiliation. You cannot turn a wrong into a right because party affiliation, and just to make your government look good. That little 14 years old girl, she's a Liberian as well. And she deserves the justice that she needs. So that's one of the things I'm hearing. Also in the news out there, they are witch hunting our political leader business. Although there are so many other Liberians that own that kind of business, he's one of the biggest, and this was all targeted towards him. We believe it very strongly because we have, documentations and everything that shows that. This is very bad. We'll come here and one day we'll talk on the whole show about this business and we'll tell them the detailed information. I see people fighting on Facebook. These people got their surrogates that on the contract payment. Even Liberians here who claim that they went to school and they have a good job and they are friends with the people and they are collecting pay. But we're digging into that. We are searching into that. When we find you and you have a contract in Liberia, you're sitting out here, we're coming after you here in America. So since you want to start a witch hunt, we'll witch hunt. So we'll come after you and make sure that is reported. Yeah, that's what will happen. So I hope you got your gas up because if you want to start this kind of stuff, we start it. And that's why when we post on our Facebook pages, they are all on there, and they are attacking on a regular basis, calling us names because we say the truth. You know, how can you tackle Liberian businesses that even brought, you know, the petroleum or business, brought respect to that business when it came to Liberians doing it in the country. And because of those businesses, Liberia have not really gotten shot when it comes to petroleum like that. You know, we can pride ourselves and see, you know, Liberians they own those businesses that will make sure that happen. So there where we are that and so if you can come in, what other things are going on in Liberia? You can also re-emphasize on some of the things I said. What happened today that we know of? Are you Ansu?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting you, my Grace. So, a lot of things beginning from yesterday, and so we have a couple of videos or clips. So as we want to show, we hope to upload it for our audience, especially those that are finding us on Facebook. So that, as I said, so many things, a lot of things happening, and the that's the political leader of a CMC, Honorable Benedict again. He stressed on the continued intervention of the VP into, you know, into his activities, in which he classified as being a witch hunt, especially from the Capitol building, from the speakership, deputy speakership, and now on to his business. So he totally condemned the condemning the action of the vice president. So, you know, he talked about it in the county, and where he talked about unity and that county. If the people be unified, if there will be unity in that county, that should start with the vice president. The issue for drugs again is stay alarming. Illicit drug issue is getting very serious in Liberia today again
Also,
somewhere else.
before
Yeah,
you go to the drugs issue, can I just play that video where the political leader spoke in District 4? Is it District 4 he did speak in?
yeah.
Yeah. Let me play that video before you go to the next because I wanted to really play that. He had the political leader had he had a lot to say, and you know, a lot of Liberians were very, very shocked because people called me and told me they were shocked when they heard those things. And it was good he came out to speak because sometimes when people poke you so much, you have to be able to speak. So I will play this and then you can continue with your stuff.
Liberia deserves better. We're tired of the lies, tired of the stealing. We're tired of you. Our mothers crying. The people deserve better. The youth's future is fading. Too many of them leaving. Too many of them dying. They cannot wait any longer. The change they need is now.
To my people of District 4, let me say thank you for welcoming us. I'm here to tell you that we have a relationship now. Your son is also my son. Last night, the same thing the elders asked today, Bumpo asked me the same thing last night. And I said, let's go there. There's nowhere in this country where the people can work more than the people of Nimba County. There's no other part of Liberia that provide more money for the running of Liberia than Nimba County. And yet, Nimba is just as deprived as any other county. We are happy to make deliberate attempt to destroy one another as Nimbayans, especially the leaders. When we sit and celebrate, and I see the celebration going around, where the superintendent of the county is celebrating building government houses, renovating commissioner compounds, where the schools don't have benches, and there are no clinics. Building house at the border of Bond and Nima County that nobody will go in. Renovating.
Oh yeah, I don't know why it stopped. I don't know. You guys have that video? 1 minute. I don't know why it stopped, but maybe let me go and see whether I have it here.
Let's see what we can get Sony from our end. Yeah, let's see
Yeah.
what we can get Sony from our end. Yeah, and place it up from Nima County District 4, where the political leader spoke to Nimarins there, where he talked about unity, where he talked about CMC is out in terms of transformation. CMC fully prepared to bring that changes indeed. In being from Nima County, he needed support, from his people back home. He needed support from the Mannings. So let's see what we can get one up on the screen for our people.
The vice president has acted deliberately to target me. He targeted me when I was running for deputy speaker. He targeted me. For 2 years, I've said nothing to the vice president. For 2 years, the vice president has acted deliberately to target me. He targeted me when I was running for deputy speaker. He targeted me when I was running for speaker. He has gone beyond that now. He's targeting my business. And he doesn't want me to do what I'm doing here because he feels insecure about that. But he's been around for over 13 years. I just been around for 2 years. The people of Siaple, Sagaple, that road has been here for more than 20 years. That road has been here for more than 10 years. You've been in this town and promised them to fix it. And it has not happened. And you think that you can break me. You think that you can break me so that I cannot do this. Mr. Vice President, that is not going to happen. For 2 years.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Okay, so that's what you guys have. But
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you can go ahead and speak. I will find the actual the full video and then we'll play here. Go ahead and speak on soon. And then what other things are going on in the country?
Yeah, so for the video there, so to add up on the continuum for that video, so I think we listen to the PL very clear on the vice president indeed, and what he talking about, being so much into his business until now, targeting his business, which he condemning the action or act from the vice president. So they're speaking in Nima County to the people there in District 4, according on unity. And something he said in his speech, people been around, or he been around for 13 years. Something. Anytime, Mr. Bailey speaking, Dr. Richardson and Madam Grace, I just few things I always take from him. People been around for 13 years. Being around for 13 years, again, you cannot show that concern. You cannot carry any development to your county. So again, take my mind back to the current speaker's statement when he made that statement again, talking about bringing on people back into government, into such position, to contest against Mr. Benedict. So it's like people don't want to see development. 13 years, 20 years, you've been into that place. You see your county, you're not thinking about transforming. Not just a year and a half, going to 2 years, you are serving as a representative to the people of District 7 in Nima County with the level of development. Just in 2 years now, 13 years, these guys should be working along with Musa. the guys should be putting hands around him to see, because at the end of it, don't forget about the politics, man. You will leave this office as vice president, but I like I say, what impact will it make in the life of your people, in your county, in your country? So that place just mean just it will just serve as a bush all throughout. It should be open. Why we should have people running with their businesses, people coming in. Everybody just be stuck here in Morovia, in Moxerado, Moxerado, so packed. People can go back home to carry on normal businesses, to open a county. It has been around 13 years. Why? If that man is putting a zinc bridge down, why can't you go to the next town to and put another one down there too? If that man is putting a school down, why can't you just go by him, that's by him, and put another school down to have your county develop? So, it was clear from the PL, and that's why he said 13 years. As soon as we should go in the ears of the Liberian people, people serve in the government, in the government offices for some time. Look at the impact. Let's see what they are doing in the life of of the people in your country. It's a clear message to our people, and I hope they got it right, that people serve in this country for a couple of years. What's the impact? So also talking about just issue where I said this Nigerian fellow from Sando County, from Sando to Moserado, between there he was caught with drugs, over 2,500 kush, and at the same time with weed. I will just call the name on the radio. So and he was caught with the drugs by DEA. So I don't know why people keep taking risks with this just issue. Day by day, people keep making this alarm. This is killing the young people. Then you go out again, you go take drugs. They coming through the country with it again. So the issue of drugs is very serious, and the president need to step up, because he said it is an emergency, a failure. So in which he campaigned on, he ran cheap propaganda on, because it was very cheap, which you know very well that they were not coming in so far to fight drugs. As we be informed that when it comes to the issue of drugs, so many big names, we know that it is government surely involved when it comes to drugs. But as I said, the president did say it is an emergency. So I think he need to work towards it. The young people are dying. So a couple of things happening back home. But I think so far it's just on the focus has been on the political leader, Musa Hassan Brede, when it comes to his streamers business at the national port, at the LPRC, not the port, but LPRC. So that have been the major focus point for the past weeks. The LPRC saga and the Mr. Brede business. That's a streamers.
Yeah, thank you, Ansu. And Jackie can come in. The issue of drugs in the country and the attack on vulnerability business is a shame. As Ansu said, I was just like reflecting. Somebody being government for 13 years, living in a county that another person who was just a regular citizen has been helping to, build Nima County up. Vulnerability has done that. Before he became a representative, he started to do work in Nima County, start to make his environment look good, help the people. This man did a whole rest farm for his his district. The people were able to harvest a lot of food, rice, and sold some, kept some. And if you are sitting vice president and you see somebody from your county doing this kind of work, you would be very happy to even put your hands around it. But you fought the man, you were still fighting him. The deputy speakership you fought, you made sure you told people not to vote for him. People were paid not to be on his side. And then when it came to the speakership, the whole Nima caucus got away from him, and they voted in somebody else from the Southeast. You think Joseph Barker would have done that if somebody or Lofian trying to vote for that position? Have you seen Joseph Barker's reaction with his people since he came to power? Thomas Fowler, then strong CDC people have now joined Barker on his side. All these people from Lofa are supporting President Barker. He was able to unify his people, although it's wrong for them to do this kind of tribalism politics, but he unified people. Now, Sir Joseph then support him, Thomas Fowler, and the rest of the Lofians that was on the other side have joined Joseph Barker's side. You, Jeremiah Kun, you divide your people. You right now, you and a lot of other Nibanians are not seeing eye to eye. You start landed Gonglo, and you consistently, after Musa Benete, you after his businesses, you act like this is news to you. Your people are on Facebook saying, "Oh no, it doesn't happen." But for somebody to come out to say that they have substantial evidence that you are doing these things, the people you are used to do these things are the same people that send information and text messages to people to show what you're doing. You're using the government money. You will pay anything to silence this man. The time you take to do this, do your job. That's what we're saying. If you're able to change the lives of the Liberian people like you promised, you said you were going to change your life. Just say you came to rescue the country. You left MDR to join UP to run as vice president. You join the people and say you were going to rescue the country. If you're rescuing this country and you're doing your job, if vulnerability going around and helping the Liberian people, it's not going to move you. If he's building bridges and building schools for the people to change the lives of their children, it's not going to move you. You know why? Because you as a government will be doing what he's supposed to do. So it doesn't even, what he's doing will not even, suffice. We're not even, sure, because the people say, the government's not really doing a lot. But instead of you doing that, you're taking, again, the government money. You are taking that money now to silence on mobility and go after his business and try to, and you use it to stop him, in the house when they were voting for speakership. You pay money to these people not to vote him in, his own people for Nimba. And this man is so incredible, because I don't know if I have the heart. And don't get me wrong, a very kind person. If you know me, you know, Doc will tell you. Very kind. But I don't know if I have the heart for people to backstab me, and I still go and help them. And that's what Honorability is doing. All the way he will backstab in our House of Representatives. But Nibanians, this man is still going to fix Nima County. He was just in District 4 about to fix the roads for the people. That's why somebody have the heart of gold. I would have not done it. And if you meet me, you will tell the kindest person, I'd hate for people to think I'm stupid or something, or maybe take advantage of me. And he doesn't see it that way, because love for country supersedes everything within him. And that's why he's still doing what he has to do, because it's not about him, it's about the people. This man don't have to do this. He don't have, he has his life. He made his money. He can just take his family and they can live the rest of their life very happy and enjoy and travel the world. But he chooses to want to help Liberian people, because he cannot live in a place where you seeing the people just suffering and you can't help them. And Jeremiah Kun, Vice President Kun, they don't care about those things. In fact, it empowered them more when they pass and see the people suffering, the people waving to him. I heard that he was in the car and said he was even on the former president and said the president got to stop for him to pass now. Can you imagine somebody thinking that? That is a low blow thinking. That you feel so privileged now that you ride in a convoy and the former president, now he's a regular citizen, so he has to stop in the car for you to pass. Who think about that in a poverty country like Liberia? You will be thinking as a leader how to change the lives of the people. So we reaching out to you to let you know that no amount of salary and no amount of you're trying to wish on this man business will change what CMC will do. CMC will continue to push forward. CMC is now in 20 different countries in the world. 6 months old party. Think about that. That you can come on.
To follow up on what you said, I'm very proud to announce, as the global chairperson, that CMC is growing. We have CMC in Dubai. We have an auxiliary CMC group that is just all over the world. We have CMC in Ghana, CMC in Nigeria, CMC in Australia, CMC in Europe. I could go on and on and on about CMC. But, I'm going to start first by, Grace, how you spoke about the humility of representability. One of the strongest quality of a leader is being able to love your people and love your country, and also be humble about it. And that is exactly what Honorability has to offer the Liberian people. When I heard him say, things like building university housing, college dorm for his students, for the students of Nimba, and you think about the love that man has for his people. Many times, being in a college setting or university setting is one of the challenging time of a person's life. You got to pay for school fee, you got to support family, you got to find somewhere to live. And here it is. He looks at the needs of the people and strategically offer them. How many of your leaders are doing that? Let's put how much money he has aside. Okay, we know your leaders are they are stealing the money, they're making the money. Okay, they're enriching themselves. I want to also say that I saw Prince Moy, somebody put on the social Facebook that he was distributing book bags. How in the world do you do that when you don't even have decent schools for the children of Bond County to attend? But then you distributing the school
Book bags?
Yes, school bags.
So that's, I mean, just almost 6 years ago, we distributed thousands of book bags. So a sitting senator distributing book bags? Okay.
To the children, little children. I saw pictures of that. Okay. So, when the political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Bilili, says people have been in their positions for 13 years. In the case of Prince Moy, he's been there for 18 years. 18 years. Started as a representative, move up to a senator. And I can speak to you.
Book bags.
Yeah. Thanks,
I'm sorry.
Yes, I will send a picture, and please, I'll see if you can find a picture. Let's put it up. There was a lot of little kids in front of him as he was doing this. And I'm saying to myself, this man has been in power for 18 years. What has he done for the people of Bond County? Something as simple. I go to Liberia 2 or 3 times a year. And when I go, I make sure that I visit where I grew up because it's therapeutic for me, to see Bond Mines, what it used to be and what it is now. Is extremely therapeutic for me. To walk in the same corridor that my parents, walk in is therapeutic for me. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I'm elated, and also and Grace, we contribute to the school system in Bond Mines. But every time we drive, the bush, they're taking over the road that was built by the Chinese, and I don't, we're not going to talk about how that road was built, but something as simple as that, as a Bond County senator supposed to advocate for his people, that is not happening, my people. I can tell you, I was just there the beginning of this year, and I saw that increasing in the road is getting smaller. How?
And that is distributing book bags?
Yes, and he's distributing book bags. Okay, he's distributing book bags. And so when I hear the political leader talk about unity, he talks about how there's strength in the unity of Nibayans. When we look at Nibayans, we look at one of the counties that is populated with people. And he's right. Your contribution, the way you pay taxes, your sales taxes, you buy things, goes to the government coffers. And so he wants you guys to be united. But we have your leadership, who he spoke about, Jeremiah Kuhn, is bent on enriching himself, is bent on seeking fame, wants to be the godfather of Nimba. Who does that? As Madam Chris just said, who does that? Who praise themselves or brag about a former president stopping his convoy because you are passing? Who talks about that? Who does that? Okay, you got to be, self-inflated, or maybe have a low self-esteem and projecting it, as something else. So that is the point that we're coming from. And so our leader, our political leader, is calling on all Nibayans. He's saying, let's unite. He's doing what a leader should do. He's saying that united. Now, I just said my daughters today, united we stand. United Nimba we stand. And if you allow people like Jeremiah Kuhn to come and play this more politics, who's supposed to be in the house, whether they're competent or not, because the person is from Manon tribe or because they're from this Gio tribe, if you allow that, you are putting seed, you are sowing seed of division. We should always speak for competency. We should always speak according to what the law says. And so, Jeremiah Kuhn, like Madam Grace said, and I 100, and Mr. Prince Moy, that Madam Grace said, and I 100% agree with her. No amount of, divisiveness will deter honorability or the CMC. One thing I like, and one thing I live by as well, he said, my business didn't make me. I made my business thinking. He spent numerous nights, which I've done, Madam Grace do, being innovative, trying to think outside of the box. And this is what CMC pride itself in doing. And if you join us, you will know that. We expect leaders to run with the banner. Take it and run with it. Come to us with different ideas about how we can contribute to change in our country. And in fact, you'll see that when you come on September 27, when you come to the program, you're going to see that, So, yes. Yeah, get a picture there, Chris. I will not tell the story.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, I will not tell the story.
By the smaller non-profit organizations in Liberia, they divide book bags and copy books to the students. Or certain senator, the roads are destroyed in your country, and you dividing book bags.
From 18
But that's not happening here, Madam Grace. They're not even a buy better. That one copy book, one pencil.
Yeah, thank you for correcting, because thinking that
that's not happening.
Oh my goodness.
No, yes, I think you put a hole in it. One copy. What is one copy book and one pencil going to do?
Yeah, put a pencil on the copy book.
What is it going to do for these kids? What is it going to do for these children? And here's it, Chris is telling me. Yeah, go ahead. Answer. Go ahead.
One copy book, one pencil. That was sitting senator.
Senator.
Jesus.
Yes. Who lives in one of the biggest, most expensive home in Bond County, and we got pictures of that too.
In Bond County, maybe in Liberia as a whole.
Yes.
Did you see that main house?
Yeah, we played it here. Okay.
So the thing is that's look, Doc, I'm telling you, besides our organization and other organizations, you have done it before, the BCCA. We had thousands of backpacks to Liberia with calculators inside, pencil, copy book, storybook for the children. We went across the country sharing that thing. And a certain senator that been there for 18 years, giving the children one copy book and a pencil. Liberians, you're thinking about it. But the man drive a convoy that worth over $600,000 of cars that ride behind him.
Yes.
You people thinking Liberians?
Yes.
These people are your leaders, and they are trying to witch hunt, political witch hunt on mobility. Who is helping the country immensely? Got people, children, a lot of them in Uganda going to school. Rwanda going to school. And helping the Liberian children, even in Liberia, the school he built in district 7 in my county, where the children goes to school and eat in the morning and in the afternoon. And you're seeing this. What has our country become, my people? Why are we doing this? Why are we so politically corrupt? That you sit on Facebook and support these people that are not doing anything to help the country. And we don't think something wrong with us.
Yes. Yeah. And let's agree, that honorability is doing business in a country. He's doing business. It's called business. All right. Many of the contracts that I've observed and seen was created by a group of people, including the board. And so today, when I hear the likes of Prince Moi comes and say, "Oh, we need a change in our country," we think it's witch hunting because the timing, simply because of the timing. Honorability was going out and speaking for Liberians. And then Prince Moi, who been there for 18 years, have not looked at all of the different concession agreements. He didn't even look for how he can improve Bon Mines, the road, because that's his job is lawmaking oversight. Part of that. And he's not doing that. He's going out and giving his children one copybook and one pencil. One copybook. And yeah, I am. You're part of me. Yeah, I thought it was a backpack because I was trying to make it look a little better. But one copybook,
one copyboard and one pencil. This is so real. I can't even believe that a certain representative would rather feel proud walking into seeing the children and giving them, while the rest of the world, the children are using backpacks. And my son is an 8th grader. He has an Apple iPad. That's what he uses at school. The school district gave it to him. My taxes that I pay in the district gave him that. He uses that, and the school gave it to him for the year, and it's charged, and he takes it to school. And you telling me that a city senator that been there for 18 years plus and has one of the biggest houses in Liberia that almost look like $1 million house, because I will equivalent to that, giving these people children copyboard and one pencil on the road. Really, Liberians, and you people think that these people are real leaders, and you think that we should come now, people like us who are prepared ourselves and praise people like that, those, and we see a certain representative who are just gotten there less than 2 years, has done so much thing across the country, not even just in District 7 in my county, done a lot to help Liberians. And you ask, oh, why we are supporting him? That's the reason why we are supporting him. We are patriotic Liberians. When we see work, we know it because we love our country. This is not for individual, for us. I was just telling my friend, one of my friends tonight, I come into the program and said, Grace, I already booked my room. I said, Ma, come and see. She said, I never knew the men were doing all this thing in this country. She said, I did not know that.
Yes.
We have never seen a Liberian to do this kind of work for our people. So just imagine if we allow him to sit in the higher seat, what you would do for the country. And we just saying, y'all lead us so we can help Liberians. We are doing it now at a time. Y'all do your jobs. 2029, the Liberian people will decide.
Yes.
But if you wish on somebody's business, their livelihood, after you sign contracts, and we'll break it down here. We are still looking into the matter because Honorable is not going to let this slide. He's not. Because he's a fighter. Liberian government will not continue to destroy their own citizens.
Yes.
That time they did it. Kabina Jana, they did that to him. The Nima people never stood behind him again. Nibadians don't support the people. That's what they do. They do not. How this man will be doing all that work in Nima, and he's been witch hunted, and we haven't even seen Nima people mad to even get on a protest on this thing. You know how?
They're coming. I trust.
I'm sure they're coming because I know them to be a united front. And they shouldn't allow
people
to divide their content. They should not.
Yes. Speak.
Go ahead, Don.
Yeah, when we look at the cardinal function of these senators and representatives is to represent the people. They need to be asking themselves a question: am I representing the people of Bon County well? When I look at all the or represent the people of Nima well, when we think of Jeremiah Kuhn, when we think of the concession agreements, the fees that they have been collecting over the years, has that benefited the county? Okay, so your cardinal function, you're supposed to be overseeing. You're supposed to be asking China Union or Salamita questions, okay, or the train system that's going to be running between Lima and Guinea and Aven or something. I forgot the last name of it. Okay, you're supposed to be asking questions. Overseeing, lawmaking, a representation representing the people of Bon County and Nima. All right, that's what we're asking you guys to do. But no, you guys want to play politics. You want to enrich yourself. You want to, go after Liberian-owned businesses. Go after the businesses that employ people in Liberia. When we know very well that other things that like today, I heard that we are exploring all blacks in the country. What happened to Nekal? Oh yes, they formed company to give the all black exploratory contract too. Okay, Total Energy. I heard that today. Okay, did we sit down as senators and representatives to assess what happened to Nekal? What happened before we even move to the next step of giving all blacks to companies for exploration? And of course, I learned also that, when they say exploration, before the people that even kind of signing a deed and money, a check to Liberia, does that go into making healthcare better for Liberia? Does that go into helping with agriculture in Liberia? Does that go into making sure that our students get good buildings, good education in our country? Those should be the questions of lawmakers. So because Mr. Ability went in there, Honorable Ability went in there and said, I want this place to be audited. The right thing to do. How you just walk somewhere? Grace, I would just walk into a job and then do an inventory as to what's there for me. How am I going to function? I will not assess the people I'm going to function with, And I want to just end by telling, I want to just highlight a woman, and you know who I'm talking about. I won't call her name here because I didn't ask for permission to talk to her. And I call this woman because I know her power and the work that she can do for the community. I've been hearing about her. And when we started talking, and she said that one of the reasons why she has a strong interest in CMC, and later on she joined CMC, is because she said, I was going to Grand Jide, coming from Monrovia area, going to Grand Jide, passing through Nima. I had to do that twice. And she was on a bike, by the way. She lives in this country, has access to cars, drives a car, but in Liberia, that's the mode of transportation she had to use. So she took a bike, stopping at different points to come through Nima. And she passed through Seklepie. And one of the things she noticed what she said, but where am I? This place looks a little different. This whole belt, this whole Nima belt, primarily Seklepie, this place looks, she asked the motorbike driver, and by the way, if you want to know anything about Liberia, you go places, ask the motorbike driver, they do know directions and places. Okay? One of the things I learned from going there. And the guy told her, she said, Paul, she tapped on her back and said, motorbike driver, his name, she called it to me. She remembered it. And she said, how does this look a little different? Where am I? And he said to her, you are in Nimba. We're in Nimba. And she said, but this place don't look like Grand Jide I just came from. And this place don't look as, organized as Monrovia I just came from. And the guy told her, there's a representative who just took over. His name is Musa Hassan Ability. And he's the one bringing all these improvements. He's connecting roads. He's building bridges. He's making sure that, things are organized in the county. So she said, So she was explaining. I called her to explain about CMC to her. And she started explaining. She said, so when I heard about CMC and the political leader, Musa Hassan Ability, I was so encouraged, and I'm so happy you called. And these are the calls that I listen to on a regular basis. I had another call today, Madam Grace, and that was similar subjects, about Representative Musa Hassan Ability, what he has done for the Liberian people using his own money. His own money. How many of your leaders are using their own money or money they took from the government coffers to enrich themselves on you? That's the question I want you to think about tonight.
Okay, so thank you, Doc. And I will read. Some people don't know the contribution that Shrimex has brought to Liberia. And today, government Kennedy wrote about that. I was very impressed reading it, so I will read and share with you guys. I know most people want to take away from the contribution that Ability has brought as even a petroleum dealer. He has brought so much contribution to Liberia, and you will never know because, Liberia now is all about politics. People are being paid, government sharing money all over the place to have people propagate their wrong and, make it seem as though it's right. But he says streamers' contribution, that's why we read from, because he explained a whole lot about the percentages and what they want to take away and how it's going to, it's not only going to hamper the business owners, but Liberia will also bear the consequences for this. And I wanted to ask you, LPRC have been collecting storage fees as well. All the money, the percentages that they have been collecting. Have the Liberian government told you what they did with that money? Where is that money going? That's the concern Liberians you have. Okay, you're charging the businesses, you're about to reduce their percentages, But where all the money? APN Terminals is killing. They are killing Liberians when it comes to import and exporting things out of Liberia. Is the government looking at APN Terminals to go and do the same thing that they have done now to these other businesses that is not even worrying for them to do it? It's against the law, right, from the different contracts that they signed. So I will read to you Streamex contribution. The company constructed a modern petroleum storage, that owned a related company, and loading facility covering 2.3 acres inside the free port of Monrovia. This facility became part of the Liberian petroleum backbone, boosting capacity, ensuring availability, and reducing reliance on outdated structures. Critics conveniently ignore that without such private capital injection, LPRC alone could never have delivered these skills of infrastructure at that time. Law and legitimacy. Liberia's new petroleum law in the 2012 importation policy set clear regulations, licensing, transparency, taxation, government oversight. Streamers complied. The agreement carried termination clauses, restriction on third-party storage, and continuous and LPRC oversight. Furthermore, Section 2.4.9 of the petroleum law is unambiguous. Companies that existed 5 years prior to the law's enactment cannot be denied that rights. Streamers qualify under this exemption. The law itself anticipates the danger of retroactive injustice. The real question, so instead of demonizing Streamex, we should be asking, how do we strengthen oversight of all importers, not just one? How do we ensure royalty rates reflect evolving realities while honoring contracts? Because they did not do that. And most importantly, why does Liberia struggle to defend its own investors while foreign firms are quoted with rare carpet? You know, in the conclusion, he said, as a free thinker, I believe Liberia gains nothing by scapegoating one company. The real challenge is building a petroleum sector that is transparent, competitive, and beneficial to the nation. That requires enforcing the law fairly. Respecting existing contracts, and pushing reform through the proper legal channel that through sensational headlines. Through the proper legal channel and not through sensational headlines. If we continue to politicize investment, we risk sending a dangerous signal that Liberian companies cannot trust their own government to stand by the lawful agreement. And that's what we are. This contract that was signed between Streamex and we don't know about the other people contracts because we are hearing, noise under the breach that the other companies that are suffering this are in negotiations with the government. The target is Musa Hassan Benete and Streamex. That's the target because they want to slow his work in Liberia, that he shouldn't help the people of Liberia because they think that it will hamper the presidency for 2029. It will hamper them running for the government again, and they want to do 2 terms. So he stands as a threat to them by doing things around the country. But why should he stand as a threat? Why you two can be doing things around the country? We are just trying to develop Liberia. We want Liberia to be a better place. And that's what patriotic citizens do, try to help the country. Why are you stamping down on his businesses and trying to witch hunt him and scapegoat his business? And you are not using the proper means to do it. You are not using the proper means. This man signed a contract and he has all of that. So documents are a sure thing. And so that's the reason why he's not going to sit and allow this to happen. It's going to be exposed. And we are waiting to hear what will come out of this. I don't think the government should get away with this. Liberians should not stand for this. They should be against this because it's happening to Mbability today. The next time it happens, it could be you. You will not be trying to do what CMC doing, but maybe they could honor money for something else. Maybe they will want to take some of your stuff and you said no, and then they will start to make sure they sideline your business and destroy it. Will you want that to happen to you? If it were you, will you want that? That's the question. And that I will read something else. It says radio presentation. Do you think I should read that? I can't hear you. That's a presentation script, and I wanted to read it so the librarian people to hear it.
Yeah, I think we can read it today, and we can also read it again and again because
I will read it every day when I come here.
yeah.
But we want the librarian people, they say, fellow librarians,
Mhm.
every month our country consumes about 35,000 metric tons of petroleum products.
Remember that 35,000.
Yes. That translates into 11 million gallons every month. And if multiplied that by 12, we consume over 132 million gallons of fuel every year. Now, on every gallon, the government of Liberia charges about 90 cents in tax. That means the government is supposed to collect about $122 million in direct taxes every year. Wow. And
Yeah.
let me be clear. This $122 million is guaranteed to government to matter where the products is stored, whether the LPRC tanks or private terminal like Streamex. On top of this, when you add other cost lines and charges, government's total annual revenue for petroleum import claims to about $159 million Liberia government is receiving a year when it comes to petroleum in Liberia. So the truth is this: government is already the biggest beneficiary of petroleum imports. Streamex, a Liberian-owned company by comparison, makes only about $10 million gross revenue a year. After discount debts, salaries, insurance, maintenance, operations, Streamex barely retains $6 million out of that. We pay banks, we pay our staff, and maintain Liberia's built infrastructure. Yet, instead of protecting Liberia businesses, the government has decided to reduce private terminal fee from 35 cents to 2 cents and hand that money to LPRC. They claim this will help reduce prices, but ask yourself, how does destroying Liberian businesses reduce prices? The $122 million in government taxes is still guaranteed. The people will not see a cent less on that pump. This is not about relief for our people. This is about power, monopoly, and silencing those who dare to speak out. Now let us talk about the real problem. If government is supposed to collect $122 million a year in petroleum taxes, why does the Liberian Revenue Authority actually receive less than $60 million? The answer is simple: duty-free abuse and exemptions. These lawmakers and government officials have given away almost half of our national petroleum tax revenue through unnecessary duty-free privileges. Companies that exploit our resources for little or nothing are given exemptions. Lawmakers themselves enjoy duty-free, even though they are already paid with taxpayers' money. Ministries and agencies are funded from the national budget are also giving duty-free. So the people, all of them got duty-free coming to the country, and now while they're building all the mansions and buying things from America and taking it to the country, but yet the $122 million that's being paid by these Liberian-owned businesses to the government, nobody can see where that money going. Tell me, fellow Liberians, why should a lawmaker who earns thousands of dollars a month also receive duty-free privileges? Why should government institution that lives on taxpayer money be exempted from paying taxes that ordinary people must pay? Why? This is wistish. This is abuse, and it costs our country dearly. Liberia is losing almost $100 million every year in unjustified duty-free privileges. Money that could have built schools, repair hospitals, pay teachers, fix roads, and expand electricity is being lost because of greed and corruption. So here is the real question. Why attack a small Liberian company that generates barely $6 million net to sustain itself when the government is giving away $100 million in revenue through duty-free abuse? Can you imagine? The truth is simple. The government is not going after Streamex because of national interest. It is going after Streamers because its owner is outspoken against injustices. They are punishing our Liberian business because it refuses to bow. We will not bow to the golden image. We are not. Fellow Liberians, we must demand accountability. We must ask this government what happened to the $122 million in taxes that should be collected from petroleum every year. Why is the Liberian Revenue Authority reporting less than $60 million? Who is benefiting the missing $60 million? Who benefiting it? The legislature should not be fighting to take 35 cents from a Liberian-owned terminal. It should be fighting to stop the leakage of almost $100 million through wasteful duty-free privileges. Yeah, that's why the people wanted a regime speaker. That's why Baka fought tooth and nail to get a regime speaker, because the legislature don't have no backbone. So right now, they're all fighting Liberian-owned business instead of fighting to see where the $60 million that is missing from the $122 million that are being paid in taxes, in tax money to the Liberian government. Nobody know where that money going. Until this changes, no foreign investor will trust Liberia. And we will expose this to the international world. We will put it in the international newspaper. We will talk about it everywhere. There are no investors. That's why Bouaga has not gotten any investors so far to come into Liberia, because of the cheating nature of this country. Until this changes, no foreign investor will trust Liberia. No Liberian business will survive, and our people will continue to suffer while a few of them enrich themselves. And those people that are enriching themselves, they are all government people. Closing line, the real problem is not Streamex. The real problem is the abuse of our tax system by those in power. Stop the duty-free wastage, stop the exemption, collect the people money, support Liberian businesses instead of destroying it. That's what we want to say tonight to you. The real truth will be coming out. Although they will try to find propaganda to destroy the truth, but the truth must be told. This government, they made sure they masterminded all of this to hide their own problem of stealing the Liberian people money. The $122 million that is collected a year for the petroleum business in Liberia that goes to the government is not going to the people coffers. LRA only said that they received $60 million. Where's the other $60 million, Joseph Bouaga? And your Chronics of Rogues? We want to know where the other $60 million is. Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Augusta. I know I heard you say you were coming to the program, but that article written by Kaufman, Madam Grace, speaks out loud, and also what you also just read. Liberians should be hailing. We should be clapping, for CIMERX. CIMERX has paid consistent royalty fees to Liberia. She didn't argue. When she was charged by the board, CIMERX did. And as Madam Grace asked, we should be alarmed. I'm alarmed. Where is the $122 million yearly taxes, okay, that LPRC and the Liberian government accrued they get, okay? Where is it?
And they're getting it for businesses like Streamers, they're getting that money from them. Yeah.
Where is it? And that is the question, okay? This is what should be alarming speakers tonight. This is what should be alarming Prince Moi. This is what should be alarming Jeremiah Cohn. This is what should be alarming legislators tonight. They should be investigating and be trying to find out where is this money going? Where's this waste that we talk about? You need to find ways to cut waste in government so that we can recuperate, we can get that money back to go fix our healthcare system, to go fix our schools. That's what we want to do in Liberia. This is why CMC wants power. The CMC wants leadership so we can change Liberia for the better. CMC constructed, as Kaufman said, a modern petroleum storage. Okay, to do that, you gotta go ask for credit for a loan. to tell you that the political leader had good credit, he had good business sense, he had knowledge about the business that he was getting into. Because when you go look for credit, for those of you who know about credit, in order for someone to give you millions and millions of dollars to put in a modern state-of-the-art storage tank, you must have good credit, and he does. Okay, and the organization of CIMEX does, and so they were able to do that. And because of them, LPRC can boast about building their own storage today. LPRC, because of CIMEX and other Liberian companies, because I know we know that he ain't in the cookie jar with the government, some of them, okay, because of those earlier petroleum importers and distributors, Liberia is now able to build her own tank. CIMEX didn't argue. She went by the laws, she went by the contracts, she went by all of the different requirements that they asked CIMEX, the royalty fees, and all of those things that they asked her to do. She went by it. CIMEX stands for, and our political leader stands for, the rule of law. She didn't make the 35-cent fee on her own. It was made by the board and the legislators. They saw it. So all of a sudden today, we want to come and say, oh, the fees are too high. No, it's because of corruption. It's because of greed. It's because you want to silence someone who's speaking out against greed in the country. You should be alarmed. Why are you not calling for strengthening the importer business in Liberia, the petroleum importer business in Liberia? Why are you not calling for that? Because that sector is the only Liberian-owned area. You should be strengthening Liberianization policy. That's what you should be doing. Strengthening the Liberianization policy instead of weakening it. You should be asking for us to focus on reforming, okay? Reforming rules so that we can have our own refinery in the country. But no, you're focused on, silencing somebody, destroying businesses and stuff like that. You can't do that. So I'm alarmed. I want to know where that $122 million in taxes is going. I want to know, because my goodness, for all these years, Liberia could have been a better place. So my question again, where is the $122 million go? Where has it gone? Then we want to multiply that, right? Crazy? By all these years.
Yeah. That's why the people are getting so rich. The people, they are building mansions and buying houses. They're sending their children abroad to school and leaving our poor people and their children to suffer in the country. But also open the phone lines. They're here from Liberian people. What they have to say about this?
All right, so let's get a few calls quickly. For those of you monitoring, you can call us on 0776 927472 and be live on the political launch here on Truth FM 96.1 on 0776 927472. You're following the discussion tonight. What I say? So call us on 776 92 74 72 0776 9274 72. Added numbers for you to call and be live here on Truth FM. It is also the WhatsApp number too, +231 776 9274 72. Let's go to the line and pick up our first caller. Good morning. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Appreciate our auntie and your brother. So the other brothers from Liberia and go from the studio to say things to you guys. And as far as some of we are not the people of the citizen of this country. It's not being discriminated from an extent of
Mm.
He needed to work to bring the people together.
Okay.
Honorable Musa Hassan Beledi is for Liberia, and he's also one of the state representatives for Makande, Obisa, for the people of K Street, myself, Makande. So I think drinking, I think so. Honorable Beledi, even his birthday, his CNC, is Honorable Jeremiah Poon, who is from the different political party angle, Obisa from the ruling party angle. I think if they want to dress me on mobility, for them to see how best to carry development in Makande, they have to work in together. But they shouldn't bring advances in the country, it is not good.
Okay.
That's why we at the time was supporting the government. Thing was question yesterday. The government shouldn't be in the same scene than yesterday. Okay? So I don't want to say things to this new political party, let's see how best the party with care from the Agrarian phase coming to the now, and TMC should be one of the parties that work here for the Agrarian eye.
Okay. Thanks for calling, Canon. 0776 927472. The numbers for you to call this morning and be live on the radio are 776 927472. The program you're listening to, it is the Political Laws here on Truth FM 96.1 0776 927472. If you find the discussion, you do want to participate, plus 231 776 927472. Back to the line. Talk to the caller. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Are you there, caller? Morning. Well, I hope you call back. I hope you can call back, caller. Caller, I hope you can call back, please. 0776 927472. Yeah.
So the callers, if you are thinking about what we just said and you are wanting to call in, you should be asking, where is this $122 million going? Think about how many hospitals that could be improved with this $22 million yearly. How many schools could we build with that money? It won't just be giving children copybook and pencil. No, we won't just do that. How could we develop roads where people won't have accidents on? People won't be killed. We won't just be looking at the highway from Monserrato to Lima, now extending into Grand Chile as a Trocan highway, a highway where we can look to. So as you think about calling in tonight, I want you to think about those things. Think about that $122 million yearly that they are collecting. Where is it? Where's the money?
So I think we can just continue before the show, just in case calls come in.
And
We'll put a caller through.
Okay. Yeah, this is very concerning to know that Liberians are not thinking about that. They will have people come and say, this is not true. But the truth is not hidden. It's out here. They already have exposed Streamex contracts. I don't know who took it from the government, and the contract does not even support the government, what they're doing to the company. So they share his contracts all over the place. It's all here. And you can see, if you can read, but most of our people, they don't read. And even most of them who read, sometimes, they will not really comprehend what they are reading. They just like the propaganda part where the people get on the platform and start to talk propaganda. That's what they listen to. But sometimes, take it upon yourself, read over these documents, because these distraction from the government is to make sure that you don't know what's going on in your country, and you don't know the kind of money that they are taking away from you. You don't know it. So before we close, I wanted to play on Honorability spoke to the other OKFM. I also have the video with him talking about this Nima County divide, but we'll play it tomorrow. Let me just play the video of him speaking at the OKFM today and the things that he had to say, and then we'll close the show for tonight. We'll be back here on Thursday. Let's listen.
Different visits, and I know we'll be specific on some of the issues, but how is everything?
We're good. I mean, our plan is going, according to the way we plan it. For the CMC, our outreach is surgical, intentional, and specific. And so we are going on it. We've mapped out the country in a way that we are reaching out to our strongest points first. Then later we venture into our weaker points. So yeah.
Did I hear you were going to the southeast for 10 days? Did you go there?
No, not yet. We're going to go to the west, and then after that we'll go to the southeast.
What's going on in Kwamboni now? I talked to Smith Tobe and he was talking big talk about Kwamboni. In fact, I saw a video of you promising the people that I think in a year's time, you in this case, the CMC, you will complete a facility there. I told you, a big facility. I think
school, college, not college, high school. I mean, sadly, the entire Kwamboni does not have a high school.
Look at that.
Very sadly. So, and the people are so productive that they have, helped themselves. They've completed the project almost halfway, or at least 40%, and then we gonna go in to complete it for them. There are a lot of issues in Kwamboni. We're gonna approach them systematically. We have our bulldozer is there already. We have our fuel supply vehicle is already there. Tomorrow the grader is going to arrive there, and every opportunity the sun gives us, we'll start work as soon as possible. But we're set to do several things, a lot of mocks that need to be fixed, schools. The thing in Kwamboni that really impresses me is that most of the demand is just for the community. Never receive one personal request. Everything that I was requested had to do either school or the mosque. Enrolled, of course. So, sadly, we want to look at one river, that is really giving a hard time. They just lost 3% in the water yesterday. I just got that news, and that's what across this country, every rainy season, that's why people go through, and that's what we're trying to, do something about before where for politics comes in. We want to be able to do some of these things and get our people to that space where they can feel that, can we rely on someone? And it can never be about promise all the time. Even government, certain government making promises, it's then when are you going to, if you are today promising, for instance, then when are you going to ever implement? Because you have power now, you have the means to do it, then you can do it because you don't have the will. So we
you want to build a bridge for them?
The bridge is not on our phase 1 projects, but the road around the bridge, because there's a way around the bridge, and then we'll try to do that, first. Like,
do you have your machines in there?
The machine, the dozer has arrived. the fuel supply machine has arrived. The grader is going tomorrow. The grader will be in Kwaduboni tomorrow.
Let me divert you a little bit. Have you taken your attention from Saklepie, your district? I don't hear you talking much about your agriculture project, your quest to produce rice and bag it and sell it there for your people. I don't hear you talking anymore.
It's going on. We have the whole team there. It's going on. You see, we have extended, we have expanded our politics. So we cannot be seen as just being about District 7 in Nimba County. But we still have very active project. In fact, next week, we're dedicating a bridge that we just completed building that connects District 5, District 6 and District 7, but the entire Bawa region. It connects them to the Zogia region down from Sakapli to Low Play. The bridge has been a big problem. We just completed that. The excavator is going today to do the final, leveling, and then we're going to dedicate it.
For how long are your machines in Kwanuboni for?
Or as long as there's a work need to be done there, it will be there. We have additional machine coming actually.
Who's fueling the machines?
Myself.
So you got the machines there. You're fueling the machine. You're paying the operators. What role is the community playing?
The community has been started. What opportunity has the government given the community to help itself? Nothing. And they have nothing to help. They are helpless. It's not just unique to Kwaduboni. It's everywhere. But let me tell you what is unique about Kwaduboni. We never saw a project there that we have to start. If they have shown great deal of
meaning they themselves are.
Yes. They start sometimes 20%, 50%, but they're almost there in every project that we saw, except for the roads. But everything else that we saw, the mosques, the schools, they have already started. So that's very unique about them as compared to everywhere that I've
Where
seen.
do you go next?
I will go to the west. Ipma, Bombing, and Bapulu.
Is the CMC paying people to be members of your party?
No.
I'm asking because I saw a video of Representative Marvin Cole in Bong. I think he was telling the people to go recruit, or I don't know what. He was saying, when you bring people, when you come, we'll give you all the money. When you come, give us a picture of what happening there.
We hire students who are tech savvy to go out there where our participants want to have the ID card. And these students, they are on vacation. We give them a stipend for vacation money. We do that. But we don't pay the people that are taking the ID card. But, you have machine. You're gonna sit in a single place. When you go to a town, you see the people in line. You're gonna sit in a single place for hours and hours. We think for the young people that we don't provide scholarship for young people that we don't give anything to. We should give them a stipend for them to be able to buy food to eat and to have something to put in their pocket. That's what Marvin was saying. Go and register this number of people, and when you bring it to me, I will give you a stipend. And we do that, and we're happy to do that, by the way.
I saw you in a photo with former Representative Gonpo, Kago, and others, and then you just said expansion. What were you trying to portray?
We're expanding our base in Nimba County. That's what I was trying to say.
You are from Nimba. Why are you making big show out of that?
Oh, I'm from District 7. We are expanding our base in Nimba. Nimba is a hotly contested place. Nimba decides what happens in Liberia in election. And the more people of substance we get, the better we feel. We have a strategy to, Nimba is a place where there are a lot of disgruntled people right now. A lot of people that have been disappointed. And our responsibility is to, rekindle the hope of these people. And it's to make sure that we are, in tune with their issues. And so Gonpo, in about a month, he's going to officially take the party to his district. You see, Kumbu is a very strong, guy. And as far as Nima is concerned, one of my most trusted person in the country is Kumbu Kagon. And I'm happy to have him being the vice chair for recruitment, membership and recruitment nationwide, and we believe that
he's national vice chair.
Yeah, he's national vice chair for recruitment membership.
We don't see him with you all over the place.
Oh, he was not in the country. He's been in China. Gumpu is also an entrepreneur.
So business guy.
Yeah, so he just
Dubai king.
Exactly.
That's how I call him.
Yes. So he just returned like a week ago. So you will see us. I'm going back.
Okay. You usually write letters from Sacred Peace.
Yes.
You wrote one.
Yes.
One and a half.
How old
you always
yeah.
But then we'll come to get into this whole issue about the petroleum sector. And you wrote this. You said letter from Saklepi, Lofa and Nima counties, the tower of two leadership. As I reflected on Liberia this morning, you said, I saw a story of leadership unfold before my eyes. A town of two counties, Lofa and Nima. In Lofa County, we have a president whose instinct for tribal politics is well known. Many, including myself, have often said that his politics is tribalistic. That is true, you said. Yet in this case, he has used that instinct to his advantage. He has made it his strength to cement his hold over his home county. Lofa is one of Liberia's largest counties, rich in population, highly educated, and politically strategic. Despite being opposed by many of Lofa's strongest men and women in both the 2017 and 2023 elections, he managed to win the presidency without their help. And remarkably, once in office, he has brought nearly all of them under his control. Today, he presides comfortably over Lofa without fear of challenge from any of his citizens. Whether one praises or criticizes his methods, one thing is clear. He has consolidated Lofa and secured a unified base behind him. Just east of Lofa lies Nima County, my own county. And here, the story could not be more different. As Vice President of Liberia, Jeremiah Kwon has presided over Nima in a way that is nothing short of miserable, you said. Instead of uniting his own county, he has sought to divide it. He has discouraged dissent, distanced himself from anyone who dares to show independence, and betrayed even those who tried to work with him. Meeting with him has become a Meeting with him has become a point of suspicion. Those who stand firm, whether Musa Belete, Edith Gonklo, Samuel Koga, or any other Nibayan who has shown a strong opinion or even quiet independence, have all been silent. Even those who once stood by him have been humiliated and cast aside. For myself, he has targeted not only my political life, but even my business. He has realized that he cannot control me politically, and so he resorts to harassment and intimidation. He even uses local officials like the superintendent to disrespect and denigrate lawmakers. But let me be clear. All of this only strengthens my resolve. Nima will resist what the vice president is doing to this county or country. Nima will stand up to him, and Nima will speak against his divisive politics, you said. I am proud to lead that charge, no matter the cost. And so here we are, 2 counties, 2 leaders, 2 outcomes. In Lofa, a president who, despite his flaws and tribal instincts, has managed to consolidate power and unify his people. In Nimba, the vice president who has squandered the trust of his people, divided communities, and turned political allies into enemies. These are the 2 tasks before us. One of redemption, one of betrayal. And history will judge them accordingly. Have a pleasant spending weekend. But have you ever supported the vice president in his soldier? I mean, why are you creating this impression that he's not supporting you, he's not supporting others, he's divisive, he's like this? You do not have the same political ideology, my friend.
Okay, so first of all, as a writer, let me protest that you deviate from the point of my letter. I wrote, I said, I cited two situations. Nobody opposed Joseph Boakai as fierce as Sir Joseph, Thomas Farah, and I think Joseph Colley, the minister. Moses Colley.
Moses Colley, Benedict Cumberbatch. Okay, yeah, but you are calling the top.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Sir Joseph, Thomas Farah, Moses Colley.
These are top echelon of the CDC opposing 2017. You know, went to Lofa, consolidated themselves, opposing in 2023. So it doesn't stand your question. It was not about whether I supported him or I opposed him. Okay? It's about the fact that when you become the leader of a people, your attitude towards them has to be magnanimous. Because the burden of unification is on you. And look, I don't agree with President Boakai's attitude when it comes to trap. But in case of putting Lofa together, he saw all of that, and he decided that I'll work with these people. I will come to them. I'll work with them. I did the same thing. When I became representative of District 7 in Makante, the vice president, who was vice president-elect at the time, called me and told me that I want you to work with me. And by so doing, I want you to abandon your speakership quest and come to me. Because the president has asked me to come to you to say, leave the speakership thing. We'll make you deputy speaker. Okay. We're from Nimba, as the political leader of Nimba. I don't want to be seen as a weak person, so I don't want you to oppose me. Senator Prince Johnson, may his soul rest in peace, came and follow. And I accepted. And what happened is history. But he plotted against me and made people in the Unity Party camp to vote for Thomas Farah. That's how I got defeated. The burden of the campaign of that team was placed on me financially. I took that burden. The Unity Party team and my team. For the vice president, I didn't do it for Joseph Boakai. I did it for him. How did we organize all these people and less people voted for me from the same camp than they voted for the Unity Party candidate? I left that. I say, it's okay. This is a baptism of fire. We went. We operated. The crisis in Nimba came. In the Capitol building came. I said what was going on was wrong. It was not right. It was wrong. The vice president, in the house of the president, when we were meeting, Funadiko over there, the minister of justice was the minister of state, may his soul rest in peace. Okay? He said in that meeting, as far as I'm concerned, if we're going to go for another election, I just want every one of you to know that once there's an election and Kova is now running and Musa decides to run, Nimba Kande will stand by him. Okay? That's what he said. He said it publicly on the radio. I think either on this radio or on Spoon FM, one of them. But I have the recording that Nimba was stand by. But he engineered the Nimba Legislative Caucus. He engineered them. Once we had an election, I called him and said, Mr. Vice President, you have to live up to your promise. I even sent him a text. He replied me and said, I wish I could. But he controls it. So that is a betrayal.
No,
but at the end of the day, I accept that because that is politics, and that's what I said. I said I don't want this to be seen as tribalism. Many people were there. I said no, it's politics. So what I'm trying to say in my writing is that Lofa is different from Nimba. The noise you hear in Nimba is not the same noise you hear.
You have just named Thomas Farah, Sir Joseph Moses Colley.
Yeah.
Those are people who are really against the Unity Party, and you believe the president has reconciled with them.
Yeah.
Do you want to name some citizens, some of your brothers and sisters from Nima who you believe did not support the vice president or the Unity Party, and up to now the vice president is still kicking their apart?
Tiawan Gwanglo. Tiawan Gwanglo. Musa Birede. How you call him? I mean, tons of politicians. You
I
have.
think you want to get yourself out because you
No,
and the vice
okay.
president may not agree. You are a political leader yourself.
Larry Nyongwe, Togba, almost every former official in Nema County. You should do the math the other way around.
Okay.
Which are the prominent Nimbayan that you know? All right? In the very Nimba that is not in the close, not even, this is not tribalism. I'm just talking about that is not in his close circle. Who supports him today? Which one of them do you see in his government? Which one of them did he incorporate?
Martina Timber supported them.
What is the
Now
position?
Martina Timber doesn't have a job.
Exactly.
No, but I'm just telling you that.
No. Martina Timber,
Somebody will say, but if
Martina Timber may be of a stronger stack. He may be unreasonably loyal, but
You think so?
yes, in Timber will deny that. Even I would not be surprised if you call on the show to deny that. But that is the fact. That is the fact. The fact
Is there
that
anything happening in Nimba that we don't know? Is there any deep?
Chief, you need to ask the vice president.
I'm asking you.
Because what happened to unification in his country?
Well, is the country divided?
Massively.
How?
But you are seeing it. At the end of the day, we have, first of all, he has never been able to bring anyone. Larry Nyongwe, for instance. What happened to Larry Nyongwe? Mark Bluon, who is very close to him. What happened to him? All right? Just yesterday, the children that supported him, the Goba Slepo, what happened to them? He cannot even manage relationship between Koga and the person who succeeded Koga. That person is already attacking Koga. I'm sure they will solve that problem.
Koga is
with him.
attacking too.
Yes, but you see Koga points. You
don't see the other guy's point?
No. Have there been any unified member that you know of? Is the thing I'm saying false? Okay, everything that happened to Nimbayans, the vice president has just made a decision, and I think it's going to hurt him. He just made a decision that anyone with a possible sense of dissent or any opinion the president does not have a say in Nimba.
Okay, Musa.
That's the same strategy that
Let's
he
move
used.
on from Nima politics. Let's come now to one of the things that have been making rounds on social media, and I don't know why you're taking it so personal. I don't know what it is about you, even though the other day I was joking you on the radio. Yeah. September 5, there's this memo 2025, all importers and terminal operators, dear value partners, directive on the implementation of new petroleum pricing structure and revenue collection guidelines. This letter serves as an official notification from the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company regarding a new directive from the President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Newman Boakai Sr. In the mandate dated September 3, blah, 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 the President has instituted and revisited pricing structure for petroleum products in Liberia. This decision is driven by the government's commitment to maintaining low fuel prices for consumers while simultaneously securing necessary funding for critical national infrastructure, particularly the road for new pricing and fee structure, the new pricing, everything down here. Now we're hearing that storage fee is moving from 35 cents to 2 cents. Somebody like you, businessman, got storage over there. But is it about you? Is it about a decision the government has taken to reduce the price and make it available on the market of these products for Wabusa? How do you see it?
Yes, it's about me.
Is that you?
Yes. The architect behind this is the vice president, who is being closely advised.
Again?
Yes. Who is being I know that, and he can't deny that. And who is being closely advised by Emmanuel Nukwe.
Senator Nukwe.
Yes. I think in this particular instance, he is very ignorant and he doesn't know the points that are being raised. He's never been in he has absolutely no idea. He doesn't know what he's talking. So for me, this is not his space because he has absolutely no knowledge. So he's just talking out of his head.
He's a businessman.
No, he's not a businessman. What is business is doing?
He's a businessman.
What business is doing?
Before becoming representative.
Boss man. That's why everybody is offered the opportunity. I'm coming. That's why everybody has the opportunity to declare their assets.
Gas stations as well.
That's why everybody has the opportunity to declare their asset. When you declare asset, you are basically telling the Liberian people what is your worth, what are you doing now, and how are you doing it. So nobody will question. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's a businessman, but I don't know. In order to do that, he has to declare its asset. But these people cannot declare their assets because they cannot justify it. You know, there's one thing to say I have this. The next question that will follow you is how did you obtain it? So that's more. I don't want to talk about more. But at the end of the day, and I sent you the agreement, FPRC was in dire need of a tank. They themselves, the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company, increased the price of storage when there was no competitor. There was no one in the market. FPRC. No, way back.
Okay, you mean the institution?
The institution. About 10 years ago, or maybe 12 years ago. So they increased the price of the storage. Because you know why they increased
it? How much was it? And what did they increase it?
I don't know what was it, but it went up to 50 cents. And you know what was the reason? He said, we had these tanks for over 40 years now. Everything is old. We need to build new ones. If we build a new one, the only way we can recover our money, is to increase the storage. So they did. And then, of course, you know that hit us not. It was too many noise. You remember from Harry Reid to the T nursing, there was some breach of contract and different dividends. It took time and took almost $40 million. Now, at the end of the day, FPRC sought, and I want you to read the board resolution and the agreement which I sent you. FPRC sought to say, we realize that we still need capacity when it comes to tank, and we are specifically encouraging Liberians to venture into this. That's how we came in. I didn't set the price for storage.
You say what you want me to read? The petroleum storage agreement.
Yeah. So I didn't, for instance, I didn't set the price. I saw the market and I said, oh, okay, there's a business opportunity here. And it required between $45 to $50 million. And I sought to invest in it. I got investors, I got banks, made a proposal. I said, this is a reasonable business proposition. You can make your money in 10, 15 years, and then you can make your profit. This is how we can do it. So I set it up. I went aside and signed an agreement with FPRC. FPRC, today, your price is, at that time, I think their price was 20 cents. Your price is at 20 cents, and you're charging me royalty. So we have an agreement. It's like you go to China Union today or Mika Steel tomorrow and say, oh, this agreement that was signed 2005, we got to change it. It doesn't work like that. And that agreement allows FPRC to move the storage up and down. My agreement gave FPRC that flexibility. The storage, what it doesn't do, and the power that FPRC does not have, is to levy any other charge. You understand? Is to levy any other charge on us. Because when we bring the petroleum product FPRC only inspects the product and stays there for the 6-7 hours of discharge. Everything else is us. We store, we handle, we take the risks, we insure the place. If the importer loses any gallon, you know loss is automatic. We take full responsibility of those losses. We bear the burden, and then we pay FPRC money. In the middle of that, what FPRC cannot do is levy charges for itself. If FPRC came today and say, we have decided that the storage price of petroleum should go down 30 cents. I mean, whatever they want to put there, that we don't have problem with. What we have problem with is for FPRC, knowing that they cannot afford to bring storage price down, but they want to make politics out of it, so they bring price down and establish new charges. You understand the point I'm making? So you say you bring the price down 30 cents. That's okay. But then you increase. I am your competitor. After you've told me I can only collect 5 cents, then you say, okay, look, we are going to bring price down, but hey, we are the authority. Now that the price has gone down, you got to pay 21 cents to us.
Whose prerogative, whose authority is it to do what LPRC did, and you say they didn't?
FPRC, based on the agreement that we have with them, cannot. The Constitution of the Republic of Liberia protects the sanctity of contract.
In the event any change is supposed to be made?
There's a contractual agreement and there's a review period. The contract says every, I think, 12 years or so, we will review the charges.
Did the Liberian Senate not play any role in this?
No, they have no role to play in it.
Okay, let me read
the Liberian Senate, and that thing these guys are doing. I mean, these guys, these senators are nothing but bunch of
your colleagues.
They are bunch of they are really gangsterizing governance.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day,
But let me read
the Senate, this is a financial instrument, right?
Let me read this thing now. Let me read.
Yeah, but before you read, let me say this to you. Under our governance, legislative governance, no financial instrument derived from the Senate. Nothing.
It's supposed to come from the House.
Yes, it's written in the Constitution. No financial instrument whatsoever should derive from the Senate.
What do you do? I mean, but how come other facility owners are not complaining? But before we come there, let me read
I don't know.
Let me read it.
And that's why you see,
Resolution number blah 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 of the Board of Directors of the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company (LPRC) on the ratification of a petroleum storage agreement between the Liberia Petroleum Refining Company and Trimex Enterprises, whereas the Board of Directors exercising the exclusive rights granted it by an act of legislature to set policy guidelines and direction for the importation, sale, and distribution of petrol. So it's clear LPRC Guidance Authority, and people were arguing it, of petroleum products within the Republic of Liberia. And whereas on the 21st day of on June 21st, 2012, the Board of Directors, acting on recommendations from the Managing Director to address several important factors such as unfair competition, marginalization of Liberians, improved customer service, and the Liberianization of the petroleum sector, on unanimously adopted resolution number blah 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 on the quality participation of Liberians in the petroleum sector in the Republic of Liberia. And whereas in long but we'll try this equity participation resolution seeks to introduce new policy measures, leasehold rights, think whereas blah 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 now similar hereby undertakes and agree. There
are two things. As far as the FPRC pricing is concerned, they say 12 cents should go to LRA, right? My opposition to that is that that's okay because that goes directly to Liberian people. But do it properly. MPRC is not the authority to designate tax to LRA. No way.
Who does that?
The legislature, the constitution is very clear. Not the president, and I see them emphasizing executive. Not the president. The frame of our constitution was very clear that every financial bill, any financial instrument, it must be, it must come from the legislature, it must emanate from the House of Representatives. You control the House of Representatives right now. You can go ahead and do that, and that person will have no objection to it. If you say that storage should be zero, the agreement we have with them does not stop them from exchange, from bringing storage up and down. What they cannot do is, besides storage, besides the royalty that we agreed to pay, the agreement cannot allow FPRC to introduce new charges. They have introduced 21 cents, which means while the guys are making noise outside there, they're going to make 41 cents. They've introduced 21 cents, which they will collect 21 cents from their terminal and collect 21 cents from the private terminal, going to the Liberian Petroleum Refining Company for services that they have been providing for the last 30 years.
So your point is,
so my point is,
any decision that you are culminated into this, you are emanated from the House of Representatives.
That is as far as tax is concerned. As far as new charges, you cannot breach the agreement that I have with you that states clearly what you can do and what. You know what our agreement says if you read it? It says that FPRC can.
I'll take some time to read everything.
Yes, it says the FPRC can. We should pay any tax the government formulate. It's very clear that once the government come up with new taxes passed by legislature, we will pay. And we will pay that. Because that goes straight to LRA, and we are not objecting to that.
Okay,
what we are objecting to, and we will do so through legal means, is for you to tell me, after I have invested in this business, and I have people investment, and I have my investment into this business, you come to me and tell me, say, I cannot make any money because you feel that Musa Belede is posing political threat to you. Okay. And I say to them, what if George Weah had done the same thing to you?
Let's leave it like that, Musa.
No, I can't leave it like that. It's serious.
Let's leave it like that. You come to take some calls now, Belede. Let's leave it like that. And if the managing director of the LPRC or any official there wants to make a point.
But you know, this issue here, I want to make it clear.
Yeah.
You know, FPRC, you can see the documentations. The vice president that was commissioned by the president to check prices for the sole purpose of reducing it. You understand? And you reduce storage by 30 cents and there's zero reduction in price. Because the reduction in price of 7 cents that were reported by FPRC is a result of fluctuation.
They said that the vice president committee did not just look at but
exactly.
Reduction in the price of air,
my brother,
in the price of other commodities.
But you see, those are trading goals. Man, it's an investment.
Okay.
There's a big difference.
Let's stick to the
You know, those people bring 20,000, 30,000 and bring a container. I have $40 million in there.
Okay.
We are not the same.
Okay, sir, let's go to the line. Take call.
CMC, for the people, by the people, and to the people. Citizens movement for change. Oh yes, a new day has come. Yes, a new day has come. Rise up Liberia. CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. CMC, CMC, for the people. CMC, by the people. Let us join our hands together to build a better life. Equity, national unity, transparency, accountability, social justice, integrity, CMC, core values.